Ridgefield has been a town for comedy for a long time, but I think it's kind of been under the surface, you know?
I think we're talking about starting an open mic at Ridgefield Craft Brewing, and they're interested.
Yeah, definitely. We've been talking with the owners for a little while, Steve and Ari.
Blake and Dylan, the cold slice. Ooh.
And welcome back to the Cold Slice. We're going to jump right into it. Was that a good Dylan impression?
yeah, it was.
In the beginning, like before, or when we first started this podcast, before any of us had really heard any of the other people on mic, it was really funny to see which phrases people keep saying. And my favorite phrase of yours is, "We're just gonna jump right into it."
Yeah, I do say that a lot. I still say that a lot. Or
I like it.
let's see, I have one more that I think about all the time, and I'm like, why do I keep saying that?
Because it was like almost in the first couple episodes, it was not like a tick, but it was like a filler word because we didn't really know how to transition. So every 2 minutes, we're just gonna jump right into the next section. And this next category, we're just gonna jump right into it. Doing a lot of jumping.
So stupid, like I'm reading from a book or something. Or you know what it is? It's transformed now into. I feel so dumb to say, like, and not be nervously filling time, but let's jump into it a little bit.
Yeah, let's just jump into this a little bit.
Yeah, like it's not any better. It's just the same bullshit. Like,
let's hop around and skip around this subject.
How do you jump into reviewing a beer a little bit?
I don't know.
You know,
barrel roll into this next topic.
Stupid.
So we're getting self-aware on this episode. This is the Cold Slice deconstructed. We're gonna critique ourselves.
Yeah, I think it's time.
Last Dylan and Blake episode, we went heavy into
dicks,
some unsavory topics, as usual.
Mom's pubis.
Yeah, your mom's pubis, bro. Yeah. But just for our regular listeners, this is who we are, and we're not going to apologize for talking about our cocks on the internet.
No. That's what the internet was for, God damn it. That's why people made it. So other dudes and chicks can talk about their dicks on the internet.
Send unsolicited dick pics.
You know, I know we kind of broached it off air a little bit, and we won't go too deep into it. But we get a lot of people that are like, I don't like that you did this, or I don't like that you did that.
Or did you really think about the consequences of that? It's like,
no, and I love it.
I didn't think about it, first of all, and nothing bad has happened.
No, we're not getting hauled off to jail for talking about, I think in one of the last episodes, I said free tattoos, talking about
the Holocaust.
The Holocaust, yeah.
No, we don't mean that.
No, of course not.
No.
But, I don't know. It's a little ridiculous. Like, people get this, like, high and mighty thing where it's like, they see you doing something. And I know this is, like, such, like, the king's plight, right? Where you're just like, whatever. You know, it's so high and mighty to say it. But people get this thing when you're doing something and you're, like, enjoying it and, like, you're putting it out there for everyone to see. In particular, your family members, you know, the royal you, anyone who does anything, are going to be like the most critical of what you're doing. And you're just like, okay.
I think if you just keep doing it long enough, that usually dies off.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm sure for all of us, I know maybe I'll just speak for myself, but when I mentioned I was going to start a podcast, I did not get a positive reaction from really anybody.
No. The only person I got a positive reaction from was Jaden, who was like so on board with it.
And that has turned around.
I'm not allowed to talk about that anymore. Okay. No, she's fine with it. And at this point, she's just like, will you fucking figure out like a schedule so you're not out
It's just circumstantial. It's not that anyone's unsupportive.
No. She's just like, hey, we have a relationship too.
Yeah.
You know, it's not all about you and your bullshit. I'm like, why?
I have dreams.
Yeah. I literally told her the other night, we were like just talking about how we used to film all the time and, like literally every weekend.
Yeah.
I'd just take a full day and film for 2 episodes.
Yeah, for
That's fucking great. What were we
we
doing?
have like hour-and-a-half episodes
Yeah.
that no one wanted.
Right. Yeah.
But even after we did them, we admitted that they were too long.
Yeah.
I think if we did an hour-and-a-half now, I think it'd be good.
I think so too. I do.
I think in the beginning it was.
Do you want to go back?
Yeah.
I'm down, dude.
Yeah, I think the reason we took a lot of advice and shortened them. That was one reason. But the other reason was content pushing out. It's a lot easier to make 4 episodes. Not saying that we bank these, we don't. Maybe we do.
Maybe I've been wearing the same shirt
Yeah.
back and forth for 4 episodes.
I wouldn't put it past me.
You've been wearing the same shirt for weeks.
Yeah.
Actually, that is a new one I've seen. on you.
Today, I'm not going to say today. Any episode you see this shirt in, whatever day this was filmed, this is the first time that I've showered for a Cold Slice episode.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Let's get into that a little bit. I'm on a new path.
Okay.
Let's just jump right into it.
Yeah. I like your, I like how you throw that in there.
Our resolutions at the beginning of the year, Anthony's was he wants to exercise more and join a sport. Dylan's was losing weight. And then mine was just getting my shit together and showing up on time and being early and not just like pissing my life away in bed.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah. Anyways, so I had failed at that for 4 months, January through April. And now that May has hit in the podcast timing world,
Sure.
I got sick of myself. And now we're into the Therapy with Blake segment.
Oh, God.
I'll make it brief.
Okay.
But basically, my entire life, all my accomplishments were driven by the fear of disappointing my family or mentors that I cared about.
Sure.
So-
that can be crippling.
Well,
It's a lot of pressure.
It works for so long, and it worked for so long for me to just like want to make people proud. And like I'm like a recovering people pleaser. And now I tried to get away from that. So now I don't do things for people. But then there's been this 2-year period where I don't do things for other people because I'm trying to recover from people pleasing. But I also didn't have the self-worth to do it for myself.
Sure.
So then I just stopped doing things.
Yeah.
And I felt horrible. I felt like a piece of shit. I would just stay in bed till literally the last possible minute until like I would be late. And then that started creeping into who cares if I'm 5 minutes late? Everyone gets the same value out of me being there. And then it just like kept getting worse. And it reached a point where I just felt so bad about myself and knowing I needed to fix something, but I had this habit that I couldn't break that I couldn't take it anymore. It was like I either just like become a loser at life and like literally lose all my opportunities because people just
Can't trust you to show up.
For a while, like everyone understands, they're like, oh, traffic, whatever, or yeah, you're coming from another gig, you're so busy, like of course your schedule's so tightly. But it was getting to the point where people were starting to catch on. Like Blake's like always late.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anthony and I did that.
Yeah.
We were just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
See him in 45 minutes,
Yeah. Hopping in the shower 3 hours later. But I was talking to my parents about this, and my dad said something to me that like really stuck with me. He was like, I'm used to seeing you fight through challenges, and it seems like lately you just succumb to helplessness, and you don't have very much fight in you anymore. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, I don't want to hear that from anyone, but especially not him. So now I'm back to doing things for other people.
No.
That's not the moral of the story. The moral of the story is that I am turning around my life and I am doing things for me, not for other people. But I'm giving myself the self-worth to show up on time, get ready, be prepared, have a plan, execute the plan. And today I got up at 7 a.m. I immediately got in the shower.
Whoa.
I made myself breakfast. I did a lot of emails, and I was early to all 3 of my appointments, like gigs / filming. 2 gigs, 1 filming.
Yeah.
I was early to everything, and it felt so fucking good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I've never had, not that I've never had a better day, but I haven't had this good of a day in so long to where I forgot what it felt like to be accomplished.
Yeah.
I'm used to having this insane sense of anxiety all throughout the day, and then at the end of the day being like, I guess I pulled that off. Can't believe I did that. Wouldn't it be so much easier if I just like took myself seriously and then be like, tomorrow I'll do it. And then you just, tomorrow I'll do it for 2 years.
Sure. I get that. But I think it's important to remember that, like, we all live on pendulums, right? Like,
Yeah.
you were living on living on one end of a pendulum when you were people pleasing, and then you swung to the other side.
Yeah.
And nobody likes a radical.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
My balance was ping-ponging between 2 extremes.
yeah, which is like not healthy either.
I'm trying to, that's what I'm trying to do, is live a balanced life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a classically morning person, but I feel so much better when I have just a couple hours to myself in the day.
Yeah.
In the morning where no one's up, no one's bothering me. I'm not even lounging around, because I tried that before too. Like, I would wake up at 7 and then just like,
You're like, I'm supposed to feel good.
and then lay in bed until 11 and be like, well, I guess I got up early, but I didn't do anything.
Right.
I had the same problem.
There is something to be said, and it's been tossed around the internet for forever, but there was a what do you call him? A drill sergeant or whatever, who was like, somebody was like, why do you have them? What's the point of having people make their beds every single day? Like, that in like 8 hours or whatever, they're just going to get back into those beds. And he's like, it's not about the bed. He's like, it's about accomplishments. He's like, even if all you did that day was make your bed, he's like, that's an accomplishment. You did something. So
Exactly.
if you're getting up super early, like, and then just not doing anything, it's like, well, getting up early was never the point.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So good for you, dude.
I'm happy.
Yeah. Just be careful not to swing the pendulum.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm going to get up at 3 now.
right. Like,
Start running.
you definitely don't want to go back to like the people pleasing thing. I've never been fantastic at, just in general. That's just my personality. It's like, we're kind of going to do
Yeah.
what I
You're
want to
gonna
do.
me.
Yeah. But, that's a balance. Everything's a balance. And it's like,
But I found that you will please people just by pleasing yourself.
yeah, totally.
Like, everyone wants you to be your best you. And if it makes me feel good to show up early and be prepared, it's going to make other people feel good.
Yeah, just naturally.
Yeah.
A domino effect.
It's weird because it's the same outcome, like if you're doing it for someone else, but it just feels so much better.
Yeah.
Because before I was like, God damn it, these people, they want me here fucking 30 minutes early. They want me to learn these stupid ass songs.
Well,
And then I would do it and feel good very short term that I pulled it off, but I just got really burnt out.
yeah. Well, it's good to have rituals, though. I mean, it's got like a negative connotation to it because you can take those rituals and go crazy with them, but
Oh yeah, but the point of the ritual is not the ritual itself. It's to get yourself in a state of mind.
yeah.
I think that's what people don't really understand about religion, is that
Whoa. Okay.
we're taking
Cool.
a turn here.
Here we go.
But like, there's like the 5 pillars of Islam, and there's different things, like the Catholic Church has Mass, and all the different religions have these like quote unquote arbitrary things that non-religious people are just like, why the fuck does that even matter? Why are you doing that?
Sure.
The point is not to believe that doing those things makes you closer to God. The point of doing the ritual is to get you in a certain mindset of a pattern of flow state, so that then you can actually like have meaningful thoughts and connections.
Yeah. Constructive and productive.
You being on the ground with your hands on the ground isn't the thing that's helping you. It's the act of going through that process and being like, this symbolizes me thinking deeply about what I need to do and how I can be a good person or whatever.
Sure.
That was stupid, but I think that's relevant.
I get what you're saying, though. I mean, and we all do it. You know, every morning I wake up at 7, or Jaden wakes me up at 7, I should say, you know, because my alarm's going off and I can't wake up. But every morning I wake up, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I work from home. And on those days, my ritual is literally so simple. It's just like I wake up, I get coffee, or I wake up, I put my robe on, I get coffee, and then I go sit down at my desk. And then I work for a couple hours, and I'm like, if I disrupted that schedule, you know, it doesn't have to be coffee. Sometimes it's like a fruit smoothie or whatever. But
it's not the coffee itself. It's just the ritual of putting on something comfortable.
Yeah. You know,
having something nutritious or just anything.
Yeah. If one of those things gets disrupted for me, though, the rest of my day is like essentially ruined. And I'm like, you know, bad habits versus good rituals isn't interesting.
Yeah. No FAP helps too.
Yeah. Yeah, that helps, I'm sure. God, it's been a while.
Since you tried that.
Yeah.
That was a whole community. I mean,
No. It's been a while since the opposites have jerked off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Just for clarity, he said no FAP.
Yeah.
Which is an internet, I don't know, they probably know. Do they?
I don't know. Let's explain it.
Yeah. Fapping, I think, originated from either memes or anime, where like a character was jerking off, and like to describe that, the sound that like most sounds similar is
In the mic.
Fap. Yeah.
Fap.
So it just took off. Anyway, so no FAP is like, it is a community on Reddit that's still a thing, and it is no FAP November. That's a thing, and you just don't jerk off. But
you save a lot of time.
Yeah, I haven't jerked off in so long. I don't know. I just don't.
I don't have the time. Like,
yeah, I don't know. That's what it is. Yeah.
I don't have the time until today. No.
Yeah. Until just before I got here.
No, but I've recognized patterns in my life regarding that. And it's almost, I'm not going to compare it to drugs, but I am a little bit. There's a diminishing return.
Yeah.
You never, like, it's never worth it.
Yeah, you're always beating the dragon. That's what they say. Don't beat the dragon.
It's like, whatever. Self-pleasure, self-time, that's good, but it's not good if it's a crutch. Or it's not, what I'm trying to say is I wasted a lot of time when I should have been doing other things.
Really, though? I mean, like...
I'm taking hour and a half shits.
Yeah.
Where...
That's you time. That's great. I do that without jerking off. I'm done shitting like 5 minutes in, you know? And I'll be in there for like 45 minutes.
You're just letting it dry up.
Yeah, basically. Basically, dude. You got to switch to wet wipes. You know? I need a bidet, really. But
bidets are awesome.
Yeah. No, man. I'm just like, you know what I have recently kind of come to light on is I jerk off way less because there's always someone around. You know, I'm in like a relationship, obviously, and which is great. I love it. You know, I love that there's always someone around, and there was a long time where that would have irritated the shit out of me. Sometimes maybe it still does. You know, I need a little alone time. That's why I take 45-minute shits. But anyway, so there's always someone around, and it's like, it is like not even on my mind most of the time now.
I think that's a good place to be in.
Yeah. I mean,
I do think there's some health things to self-love or whatever, but
also
for me,
prostate cancer.
Yeah.
Helps with that.
That's true. You could just have sex too.
That's true. But if you get obsessive, anything is going to be not great.
It was just such a huge time waster. Like it was the easy.
How often were you jerking off though?
I don't even.
Like how long were you spending an hour and a half? Like how many times a week would you say you were spending an hour and a half jerking off in the bathroom?
Daily.
You shouldn't do that. Yeah, I could see why you would have an issue.
I would get up in the morning, 8 o'clock, 7:30, being like, all right, let's do this real quick. And then it's time to leave, and you ruined your morning.
Yeah. That's nuts, dude. Yeah, maybe stay away from that.
Yeah.
I was on your side a second ago, but
You're like, no, dude, jack off. And
what the? Wait, no.
You have a problem.
Yeah.
That's what I mean about drugs. It's like you think it's gonna do something or be great, and it just takes way too long.
I mean, how many times in your life have you gone? You have an obsessive personality for sure. Mm-hmm. So how many times in your life do you think that you've gone and been like, this is becoming a problem? Like for different things. Like if you had to put a number on it, you know what I mean? Because dirt bike, that was a huge thing for about, I don't know, 2 years.
Yeah.
And you were just like obsessed. Every weekend you would go.
Yeah. Well, there was that. There was, I don't know.
Music's your constant.
Yeah, that could be considered an obsession, but at least it's a one that helps me, makes money,
pays the bills.
But if I had the same obsession that I do with music with anything else, it would be a problem.
Sure, but you're also used to dealing with that obsession, though.
Yeah,
and
I have a shopping obsession right now.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Are you still getting scammed?
No. But I am. They call it in the music community. They call it GAS, Gear Acquisition Syndrome.
Nice. Okay.
It's like you always think that you need one more thing. Like if you have just that one more thing, then you're gonna have the perfect setup.
Sure.
One more thing, and then you're like, get these grand ideas. You're like, I'm gonna be a producer. I need studio grade everything. I can't really run a studio if I don't have this. And then
sure,
it's always one more thing after the other. And my gigs have been slowing down recently because I raised my rates. And I'm still spending the same amount. So it's not.
Well, what's the last thing you bought?
Guitar.
Okay, I do see you post about a new guitar at least once every 3 months. At least.
I try to convince Haley that it's our guitar, and it is our guitar.
Okay. Teardrops on our guitar.
Teardrops on our guitar. No, I bought it with the intention of that being ours, and it is ours because she feels connected to it. She wrote a song on it.
But she didn't want to buy the guitar.
She never would have bought the guitar.
Yeah.
Like she's very frugal.
Okay.
And that's the only,
I was going to say.
very good saving grace in our relationship.
Yeah, well, Jaden's the same way.
Because I'm super frugal, but only for the sake of being able to buy more things.
Being able to say that you're frugal.
No. I will spend no money for a while so that I can splurge and waste everything on things.
I get that.
I bought an amp. I bought a guitar. I bought microphones. I bought preamps. I mean,
you have all of that stuff.
I have all of that stuff already. And I just keep buying more of it because it's a different sound. It's going to help me get something that I need just in case. Or, there's always... My family is a bunch of hoarders, honestly. So I come from a long lineage of people who don't sell things. I always justify...
Gotcha.
We're not actually hoarders. But,
no, I was like, I've been in your head. It's not hoarder status.
But you've been in the shop.
You guys do have a lot of stuff in the shop.
Shit in there.
But like I would never walk in and be like, whoa, what the fuck? I would just be like, you guys have a lot of cool shit.
I think that's mainly only because Brett cleaned out that entire space for his work. There was definitely points in our life where like you couldn't walk in the shop. It was just filled.
I do. Well, no, even then. I mean, when the motorcycle was up on the stands, Brett's stuff wasn't in there. I was never like, wow, this is a crazy amount of stuff. I was like, this is a shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it was that.
You guys do love your acquisitions.
Yes, we do. And most of it was on. We're not actually hoarders. It's just mainly because we've acquired like 3 generations of stuff because people die and then there's nowhere else to put it. So we end up taking it.
Dude, it's always hard to get rid of stuff when there's a ton of stuff too. Because you're like, what if I need this? Like, what if I need this dresser that my great-great-great-grandma gave?
What if my son wants this thing later?
Yeah. Spoiler alert, nobody wants that shit. No one. Like, my mom has this like cabinet with like fine china or whatever. Fine china.
Fine china.
Like,
is it from China?
No, who fucking knows,
Why do they call it China?
Because it was made in China.
Was it? Is it like special?
Yeah, because at one point that was like,
Made in China used to be a good thing.
yeah, because it used to be, it wasn't
Sacred,
mass production.
Traditional,
It was, right.
ancient.
Expensive stuff. So anyway, yeah, there's like this fucking shit that I'm just like, I don't want it. I will. You wouldn't even be able to sell it.
What would you even use it for?
Nothing. You don't.
Is it for like little sauce?
Yeah.
Maybe?
I have no idea. We've never used it. I think this is a common case.
Yeah.
No one uses it. I'm like, what the fuck are we going to do with this? Like, what happens if you die? Where does that shit go? Goodwill is where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Well, good, dude. I'm glad you're feeling better about
Yeah.
being alive,
Yeah, I cried today.
productive. That's always good.
I'm not a crier. But sometimes, like every few years, it just like things bottle up and just get to the point where I put on a friend's song. Like I saw this person perform earlier last week, and their set was so like fucking good that it just like inspired me to like. I was like, if I put my mind to it, I can be that good too, because I know I'm that good. I just don't ever prepare or like put myself in a position to succeed. I was like, that was really inspiring to me. I'm going to do that. And then it took a few days to kick in. I kind of fucked off the next few days like I normally did.
I love those moments.
Yeah. But then today, I put on one of the songs that I heard live, and I had to pull over on the side of the road. I was just like weeping.
Like that, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know. The song's called Maybe I Should. And it's maybe I should just like forgive myself and also just stop being a piece of shit and do the hard things.
Yeah. I mean, what else are you living for if you're not doing the hard things? I mean, those are the greatest moments that we live for, right?
Getting hard.
Yeah, getting hard, dude.
Doing the hard things.
I love it. That's what I live for. No, but sometimes you got to take a step back and be like, at one point in your life, getting on stage was going to be the hardest thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
And then you did it. And I'm sure you felt amazing afterwards and you rode that high forever. And, it's the same with like doing this podcast or doing stand up or whatever it is. Like, you got to do the hard things. You can't avoid them forever.
No.
Like,
They will eat you.
yeah. And it's always hard being like a procrastinator. I think we're all kind of like that.
Yeah.
At least on the podcast. I know we are.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
Yeah.
a master procrastinator. A procrastinator, if you will. That's a huge problem.
Yeah. It's just like,
It's actually an average size problem.
you can only put it off for so long. Eventually you got to do it. So,
Yeah. Speaking of getting on stage for the first time, I think we're talking about starting an open mic at Ridgefield Craft Brewing, and they're interested.
yeah, definitely. We've been talking with the owners for a little while, Steve and Ari, and it's very exciting. They really want to bring stand-up comedy to Ridgefield, which is so fucking cool, I think. I mean, you're talking about a small town, and there's a Liberty Theater.
Yeah.
I had never heard of it until I went to Ridgefield.
Yeah, I performed there a couple times in my music school that I took lessons at. Their recitals used to be there.
Oh, okay.
I had a friend get married there, so
Oh, nice.
a lot of history there.
Yeah. So
They do comedy.
yes, they do comedy, and they actually book like fairly big names.
Yeah.
So Ridgefield has been a town for comedy for a long time, but I think it's kind of been under the surface.
So
So
get the local scene going, the ground roots.
yeah, I mean, really, like, what better place to do it? Because, like it or not, I don't know why you wouldn't like it, but Vancouver is becoming a hotspot for comedy, and I'm new to the game, so it may have already been. But Vancouver and Portland, Portland in particular has been a hotspot for comedy for a long time. And it's like, I think it's great that like all these new people are coming onto the comedy scene and all this other stuff, and they're trying their hand at it. I mean, I'm no exception, right? Like, I don't think if we did this podcast, I would have done stand-up. And I'm just like this regular dude.
This is like a springboard for you.
Yeah, totally. And it's like, I feel like that's happening more and more. So like, basically, like we're gonna do this open mic, and what I'm saying is, I really hope that people from Ridgefield decide that they like, okay, it's my hometown. I know the people that are here, or maybe you don't, and that's better. And I'm gonna go try my hand at stand up comedy.
That'd be fun. It'd be fun to get people from the community up on the mic.
Yeah, and I just hope I hope it sparks. I hope it feels like what it did for me for them.
Yeah.
Like first time getting on
Yeah.
stage.
It's
Like,
a huge adrenaline rush.
yeah. I mean, it's a major adrenaline dump. I think I was up until I was like the last one on at 11.
Yeah.
Or one of the last ones on. And then I was up till like 1:30 or 2 that night. But I think it'd be so fucking cool if people showed up and they did open mic and they were just like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, don't go keep the pendulum in the middle, you know.
Yeah.
Don't quit your job to do stand up, but just because you had one good open mic. But yeah, it's gonna be fucking awesome, I think. And you know, if it ends up falling through for whatever reason, we'll do it somewhere else.
Yeah. We're on a journey.
Yeah, we are on a journey.
It did get to the point, like, this is our 6-month anniversary. And when this opportunity came, I told Dylan, I was like, if we don't do this, I really don't know why we're doing any of this. Like, we kind of have to, like, this is the next step. And if we're not willing to commit to this, then what are we even doing this for?
Yeah, just be doing this forever.
Yeah. I mean, the whole point of this is the springboard to, like, launch Dylan's comedy career and for us to, like, have a way to
Get together.
but hopefully be successful with it.
I mean,
Just have a platform.
yeah, that sounds a little capitalist, but
I don't think that's the direction I meant.
I think the
just
whole
meant-
point is that we enjoy doing this, and you know, we love hanging out with each other. So that's why we do the podcast.
Yeah.
It's a benefit.
We do have a reason.
Yeah.
Like, I guess we're getting real deep on here, but like, if you weren't planning on doing stand-up comedy, we could just hang out.
True. That is true. Yeah.
But I do like doing the podcast.
Yeah, it's a good fucking time, man. No matter what the critics have to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like,
You know, we're just doing our thing. We're just 3 regular dudes, or 2 regular dudes today.
Anthony
Yeah.
died again.
Yeah.
He's getting his stomach taken out.
He's like Jesus.
Yeah.
Resurrected last week and he's gone again.
Yeah.
Got crucified.
Yeah. No, man, it's going to be fucking cool. I cannot wait. Steve and Ari were so serious about it. There's
They're
no
so supportive. I love that.
Yeah, I'm not saying like I hope it doesn't fall through on their side. I'm saying I hope it doesn't fall through for some unknown reason because the conversations that we've had with them, they were less skeptical about it than we were. They were very serious. They're like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. And they are like I feel like they're pillars of the community over in Ridgefield.
Oh, for sure.
Like
They're really important.
Yeah, they only want the best for it. They love Ridgefield.
And they're very local. Like they're all about Ridgefield.
So I'm like, I love that. First of all, that's one of the other reasons we did the podcast is to support local businesses.
Yeah.
And this is like,
You're totally right.
this is that to a T. So
You're right. It's not about the money because we're not making any money.
yeah, we haven't made money in 6 months.
It's not about the money. It's about us hanging out, giving us all a platform to do our shit, for me to talk about music, Anthony to talk about his company and whatever, and Dylan to talk about stand-up, and helping the community, providing value
Yeah.
to our surrounding neighbors, food-wise and restaurant-wise and brewery-wise.
Totally.
And
Wherever we can. I mean, like it or not, man, I've said it before, but Vancouver is on the up and up. You know, there's
it's growing.
probably 1 million people moving here every year. So it's like,
You know, when the homeless population is going up, something's good is happening.
yeah, exactly.
We're growing.
God, what was I going to say? Very excited to do open mic. We've talked about it a little bit, and I really want to make it a show. Like,
Yeah, because we were talking about a live show for a while, and that seems daunting, like doable, but it seemed daunting. But
Yeah.
this is the perfect stepping stone
totally.
for
Yeah.
that.
So, yeah, I'm like, it is the perfect stepping stone, and I just want to make it like everything that when I go do open mics and stuff, I've got notes.
Yeah.
Like they're great, and like I love the people that set them up. They're great people. They're hilarious. I love them, and they're just fun and nice. But it's like they made it in their image how they wanted their thing to be. So we're gonna make this one how we want it to be,
And they'll have notes.
and they'll have notes. I'm sure they will. But yeah, it's just like making it really, really fun for the crowd throughout the entire thing. And Ridgefield Craft Brewing, it's a big stage. Like, not literally, but the whole community shows up on Friday nights, which is when it'll be. And
I think we're gonna have a fun time trying to like make sure, or not make sure, but like really cultivate like let's just have fun with this. We don't want people going up there and bombing and then the community feeling bad for them or feeling like they need to like sympathize.
nah,
No, we need to like be like,
that's open mics, baby.
yeah,
That's the way it goes.
yikes. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So you were talking about it earlier, and you're thinking about doing some writing.
If I'm gonna be a host of the open mic, I feel like I should at least do like a minute or something, or try to tell a story or two.
Yeah.
The cool thing about stand up is it takes a hell of a lot of skill to master it, but the barrier to entry
Is low.
Like you can,
And you see that at every open mic. You see how low the barrier is. Like,
yeah, it definitely takes a lot of practice and a lot of talent and hard work.
time. Yeah.
Timing.
Time and timing.
Time and timing. And timing again.
How are you feeling about potentially getting up there and doing a set?
I think I'm going to be a lot more nervous when I actually get up there than I think I am now. Because I'm used to being on stage, but I'm not used to not having a guitar on stage.
Yeah.
It's definitely like a shield.
Do you think you'll revert back and just like, if you start bombing, you just like start singing a song?
American girl.
That's a good fallback. If you're just like not doing
You're
it.
bombing, you just start singing.
Yeah.
And
Maybe the next time I'm like bombing for.
The end is near. And then like actually like use a decent voice, and people are just like, what the fuck?
What is
I
happening?
like this, but I don't want to like this.
This guy is short circuiting. What the fuck is happening?
That'd be hilarious. That could be a good bit.
We could. People would have to get it for sure. Otherwise, they'd just be like, "He is unsettling."
Yes, I do tend to be unsettling, but we're just having fun out here. And if we say the wrong thing or inappropriate thing every once in a while, and someone has a problem with it, that's just part of it.
Suck my dick.
Yeah. So we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere. It's been 6 months. Damn it.
Yeah, we're in it to win it now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We could make this last.
yeah.
It's a song lyric.
There you go.
Boo.
Well, why don't you take us out? You brought us in.
I brought us in. Let's take us out. Well, that's the episode today. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out the Patreon and smash that like and subscribe button. And yeah, that's the Cold Slice.
The Cold Slice! Yeah!